Tibetan style paranda.
I will taste, but
You taste it. No, just a little. This morning, I was.
my name is Yannick. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Austria, where we have a mandatory military or civil service. And most civil servants drive ambulances or care for the elderly. And I'm a group of about 200 people a year that go abroad. And I'm doing my civil service as a social service in McLeod in Dharamshala in India. The civil service in Austria is handled by sub-organizations and not by the government itself. And I am with the biggest of those sub-organizations. It's called the Verein Österreichischer Auslandsdienst, so the community for Austrian service abroad. There I went through a small application process, and then there was a lot of information sessions, meetings. We had get-togethers in Vienna. Austrian service abroad is split into 3 types of service. One of those is memorial service, which is about Austria taking accountability for our actions in World War II, and people go to memorial centers or museums. Lots of them are in Europe, Sweden, Poland, Czechia, whatever. The second part is peace service, which aims to stabilize countries that just had a violent conflict like Rwanda and keep the peace there. And servants basically help various organizations that help the local communities. And social service is practically any type of social work that ranges from working with children to working in conservation for the environment, like I do. I work for the Tibetan Settlement Office here, which was created by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And one of the tasks that was given to the Tibetan Settlement Office here in Dharamshala was to clean up the local environment. And with their operation, the Clean Up Dharamshala project, I work. Dharamshala was one of the places that I selected, mostly because I have a big interest in our environment and helping out in that regard. And the people here, or the organization here, does recycling, and I love helping out with that. I love helping our nature, and then obviously it's a beautiful place. We are in the mountains, it's not a big city, and that's also something I like. Well, I wanted to do social work because I like doing hands-on work, I like being involved in local communities. And then, yeah, I wanted to go outside of Europe. I wanted this to be a proper adventure. Shop or paper factory downstairs. That's 4 workers really, and one runs the green shop. And all of them I know pretty well. They're very, very sweet people. They offer me tea, they give me cookies during dinner time, etc. What I'm doing here is, I don't think is traditional social work. I'm working at a local organization that was created by the locals. In my case, like the Tibetan refugees, right? And I help them out with a part that they are not so much. They don't have much knowledge in. It's not that I'm, trying to reinvent the wheel for them, or that I'm joining an organization led by Austrians that employs Austrians in India. And yeah, obviously you could argue I'm a white guy traveling to India, trying to help them and make this change, but I'm not trying to rescue the whole community here. I'm focusing on my very small part where I feel like I can help them, and I feel like they want me to help.
Die Schere so in diesem gleichen Winkel sein wie alles andere? Soll ich Deutsch reden eigentlich nicht, oder soll ich einfach Englisch reden? Ist nicht die Doku dann irgendwie Englisch? Ja?
I wouldn't say it's a thing for everybody. You have to be very independent, you have to do lots of things on your own, manage lots of things on your own. I don't get to meet a lot of Austrians or even people my age or people that have similar life experiences here. So you have to be good on your own. And generally, obviously, living abroad for such a long time is you could say it's a tough experience for quite a bunch of people. But I do think if you're good with doing that challenge, if you want to overcome yourself, you learn an incredible amount while being here. Just seeing how the world works in different parts outside of Europe, especially, where we are all kind of in this Western bubble, right? And making these experiences firsthand, meeting the people, talking to them, and then of course in a place like this, there's all this spirituality, there is different religions, there is people have a different mindset in general, and you just learn an incredible amount for your future life. The important lesson that I learned here is just the complexity of the situation in India. You kind of get this image in the Western world that this trash problem is because nobody cares and nothing is being done, but it's much more complex than that. And especially the young people, they do care, they are very much aware, and most people you talk to, they think it's a real problem. But the country is just slowly developing at a huge scale, and I don't think it's correct to judge them. I think there's a good chance if I were to see a book made by Tibetan refugees from recycled paper, that I would buy it. I think we have a good chance at succeeding at this mission to sell to the Western countries. When I return home, I would definitely have way more knowledge about this area, especially like all the stereotypes that are associated with India. I will be able to clear a lot of those up because I've actually lived here. And I'm much more aware of the Tibetan struggle. Even now, I think it's very important for governments to support the Tibetans and for people to know about just what happened. Right? try to, yeah, definitely, and that will change me, and that will make me interested in telling other people about my experience.
And it will also impact them.
Yeah, and hopefully it will also impact them and result in a change of heart and a change of mind in them. Maybe a financial donation or a letter to a politician, or if just the awareness